Hi guys, welcome back to Hanging Out with Lori. I'm Lori. If you're new here, welcome. I'm sure glad you're with us today. Let's just talk about the elephant in the room, and that is my hair. The reason why I have this headband on is because, well, I got a haircut this weekend, and let's just say the haircut didn't go quite as planned, and I am not quite ready to debut my look because I'm still getting used to it on how to work it. So hopefully in the next couple of days you guys will see it. Maybe next couple of weeks, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Maybe it'll be a couple of weeks before I see it. In the meantime, you'll get to see a lot of my headbands and hats. I don't know what else to say as it grows out. Today, I am going to talk about some of the products that I regret purchasing. So the first one, just to get it out of the way because I'm afraid I'm going to forget it, is single eyeshadows. Now, for some reason, I was on a kick last year to buy single eyeshadows, and I bought mostly Sephora brand and Anastasia Beverly Hills. Now, I'm not saying that either one of those brands are bad single eyeshadows. I am not saying that at all. In fact, I think they both have great formulas for single eyeshadows, and I really like them. The problem is I don't reach for them because they are in my Z palettes or in the Anastasia Beverly Hills quad. But this is what I amassed. So these are my Sephora's. And yes, I realize that I have a lot of these. And these are my Anastasia Beverly Hills. And you know, it's really sad when you go through and then you realize that you have two of the same color. Now, the other products I regret purchasing is, and I don't have it anymore, it's the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. I gifted that to my daughter. The colors were beautiful, they just didn't look good on me. Yeah, I played with it a couple times, and she definitely has the coloring for it because she played with it when we were in Idaho last year, and it looked really good on her. And so I, when I was decluttering, I asked her if she wanted it, and of course she jumped on it, and so I don't have that, but I regret purchasing it. The other that I do not have that I regret purchasing is the Too Faced Just Peachy Matte Palette. To be honest, I don't know why I bought that. I had a lot of the colors that were in the palette. It wasn't anything that screamed I must have, but I purchased it anyways. The colors were gorgeous. They blended nicely. I have no complaints about the palette whatsoever. It just wasn't something I reached for because I have all those colors and then some in other palettes. And so I passed that one on to my daughter-in-law who likes it. And so for that, you know, I regret purchasing it. I regret purchasing both of those palettes. But in the end, I'm glad I purchased them so I could pass them along to my girls. Now, the next item is not an item per se, but a specific brand. In fact, I've had more misses with them than I have had hits, and so I am kind of throwing them into the mix of products that I regret purchasing. but really it's an overall, and I will show the ones that I don't regret purchasing, because it isn't all of them, but it is the majority of them. And and that is NYX Cosmetics. And you've heard me talk here about the matte finishing spray and the Born to Glow illuminating primer, on how I feel about these. Now this one, the finishing spray, I will take full responsibility in, because that was a bad purchase on my end. I meant to get dewy and I picked up the matte. I did not like the matte whatsoever. But this Born to Glow illuminating primer I just don't like. It's heavy. It feels like my skin can't breathe. I do not see any type of illuminating properties that it supposedly has. I have a white spot on my shirt, sorry. And so I'm just not a fan of this. Now the next two are eyeshadow palettes, and I purchased these specifically because people had talked so highly, I can't think of the correct word, had talked so highly about NYX eyeshadows that I picked up these two palettes. One is a quad, and it's the NYX Full Throttle and Explicit. And I purchased this specifically for this green shade. Now they're all gorgeous colors. Of course I have these two in other palettes, but this burnt orange, I have something similar to it, but not, you know, quite that color. But I bought it specifically for this green. The problem I have with this is the blendability on these eyeshadows is just poor quality, and the payoff isn't all that great either. At least I feel. So, not a big fan. And the next one is the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette in Smoky and Highlight. Again, I purchased it specifically for this green, and I wish the green is like a hunter green, and I wish you could see the colors better, but they're pulling funky on my phone here. But a gorgeous palette, I mean, just gorgeous, but there's just not a lot of color payoff. They're spotty, yeah, the best row is the top row. This is almost $20. I guess I want something that isn't dry and a pain to work with and a pain to blend. I guess I expect a little bit more out of something that's almost $20. Now the next item that I regret purchasing from NYX is this lip primer. I wanted a dupe for my Bite Beauty lip primer, and this isn't it. Sorry, I just threw it. You know, it just, as a lip primer, it doesn't work. Bite Beauty's works. I just wanted a dupe. This wasn't it. No more to say. The NYX Lingerie Liquid Lippy, and it's in French Maid. It is just this beautiful mauve, rose, I guess. I call it more of a dark mauve. Okay, my swatch went a little crazy, but it's a beautiful color. Just look at that, see? That's kind of how I'm feeling. But my problem with this is it feels like melted crayons on my lips. Gorgeous, gorgeous on my lips, but it feels like melted crayons. It's just, no matter how thin of a layer I try to put on, it feels like melted crayons. And then on top of it, it feels like the applicator is falling apart, so I feel like there's chunks of stuff. I don't think it's the applicator, because when I look at the applicator looks fine. it doesn't look like it's falling apart on me. I think it's the actual product itself that has a chunky quality to it. I don't know how else to describe it. I mean, when you have little chunks of stuff on your lips after you put it on, would that not mean that there's some type of chunk in there? So I thought it was just that formula, but so then I tried the NYX Liquid Suede, and this is in Pure Society. Is that the name? Yes. It is a metallic rose, magenta, I guess, is probably a more accurate statement. And this is the applicator. So it doesn't look like it's falling apart, but again, same exact thing. Melted crayons and chunks on my lips. Look at that. Isn't that just the most beautiful color? It's probably one of the most beautiful metallics I have seen. And yet, it's so uncomfortable. Chunky melted crayons. So these are two separate formulas from NYX that are both uncomfortable and feel like there is chunks on my lips. Now, my guess is it's not the applicator, because the applicators look fine. I think it has to be inside the product, but I could be wrong. Now, what I have liked, however, is the NYX Soft Matte lip creams. I have two. One I purchased, one I got in my Allure box, I believe. And I do like these. I do not find them to be chunky or melted crayon like. And the first one is Milan, the second one is Stockholm that I'm swatching here. They are not, they're definitely more comfortable to wear. And I was gifted this. It's a NYX Cosmic Metals lip cream. And this is in the shade Crystallized Metal. Now this is comfortable, but this is not a liquid matte lipstick. It's just like a, I want to say it has more of a lip gloss feel than anything, and it's just this beautiful rose gold, but it doesn't dry matte. I guess you could say it's a lipstick with a doe foot applicator, you know, just a regular lipstick with a doe foot applicator, but to me it looks and feels more like a gloss. But that was gifted to me and I've enjoyed that. And it is their retractable eyeliner in white. Now, white is a little too stark for me, but I love the formula on, there it is right there, on this eyeliner, and I would be open to trying more of their eyeliners. So I am not totally against NYX as a whole in a brand. It's a majority of the products that I have purchased I have been very unhappy with. I just know when I am looking at, I have purchased 1, 2, 3 that I like, and 5, 6, 7 that I don't like. You know, that's bad odds. And so I'm gonna have to try NYX again, but I'm gonna be more selective in what I try. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified anytime I upload a video. I will catch you on the next one. Until next time, take good care of yourself.